The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome to the new channel. We're here to help you see the new you, but not only be the new you, but be the new you. My name is Mras, and I'm live streaming from the beautiful mountains of Colorado, the United States of America. And you're watching season 3, episode 39 of Mental Shift. Thanks for coming by. Well, good evening to the United States and to the Philippines. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. My guest tonight is very special. I met her a couple of weeks ago at the Ultimate Speaker Competition in Orlando. She is the CEO of Inspiring Lives International, Executive Director of the Global Sisterhood, and Editor-in-Chief of Inspiring Lives magazine. Her expertise has been featured in Forbes, the American Chronicle, called her a top entrepreneur in the United States, and the Huffington Post categorized her as a fierce woman. She is. As she earned the titles of Entrepreneur of the Year and Best Woman in Business, the former tenured professor, host of Empowering Women Radio and Inspiring Lives on NBC, has keynoted internationally from Passion to Profits in Hollywood to the University of Oxford in England. She has been featured in over 25 magazine covers on major networks, has been featured in Forbes Magazine multiple times, and her 13th book, Ball Gowns to Yoga Pants, Entrepreneurial Secrets to Create Your Dream Business and Brand, is an international bestseller. Please welcome my new friend, Dr. Shellie Hipsky.
Hello.
Ooh. Hello from Pittsburgh.
Yes, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is where I'm located, and I am just delighted to be on Mental Shift.
Well, you are my very first person from Pittsburgh. I've never had anyone from Pittsburgh.
Well, we're gonna sort of, the floodgates are gonna open. Everybody's gonna be watching the new channel from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from now on.
Yeah. Well, and I wanted to share with you, I asked you on the show because, one, you are just dynamic as all get out. And when we went to the event, we kept running into each other, and I kept doing, your dress, it's my dress. That's what I want to wear. And we're both heel kind of gals, and you were the diamonds and I were pearls. So I'm like, oh, I've got to meet this woman. And here we are, because as I learned more about you and as you shared your stories on the stage, I'm like, she's got a lot of passion, and I would love my audience to meet you. Now, Mental Shift is the show is all about people who have gone through something in their life, experienced something major, and then shifted the way they looked at life. They perceived what they did and how life lives, and now are living another thing, another way, or better way than they were before. Yeah. And what I would love to get out of you is, what was your mental shift? I know we have many, but what was a big one for you?
Well, I'd have to take you back to a ballroom because I love a good ballroom and a good good event. But I remember walking in a little bit late to a ballroom for a women empowerment event, Michelle. And when I walked in, I was feeling a little uncomfortable, but I like straightened myself up, and I walked in, and the woman in the front of the room, the leader of the event, she said to me, she said, "Oh, Dr. Shellie, how is your very public and very perfect life going?" And I burst into tears in front of all these people. And I like kind of gathered myself a little bit, but like the tears were falling down my face. And I said, my life may be public. I was at that time on television weekly with Inspiring Lives with Dr. Shellie, the television show. And I found out the night before this that I was going to have to divorce my husband, and that I had a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I was going to have to completely pivot, switch, change up my whole mindset about who I was, and not look at myself as a failure, but look at myself as going into next steps. So it was at that moment where I really made some decisions. And I was very open and with the audience there about what I was going through. And I just started going through that moment sort of very publicly. And I have had such a blessed life that I've been able to interview so many women that have gone through obstacles like cancer, homelessness, domestic violence, all those type of things, for my Inspiring Lives magazine, for my television show, for my podcast. All of these things have become platforms to put a spotlight on other women, very similar to what you do with Mental Shift, because we all have that story, don't we, Michelle?
We do. And thank you for sharing that vulnerability, because a lot of people look at those of us who are in the media, who are out in everywhere. They're, oh, look how perfect they are. It's like, no, we work hard and this is what we do. So we're not going to come up here and keep crying to you, but we are going to share with you what we are going through and how we made it through. It's built into our system, how we do things, right?
Absolutely. It becomes part of our DNA. It becomes who we are, and it becomes an avenue for other people to be able to open up to us when we're authentic about who we are.
Yeah. You and I have very similar messages about, stop apologizing, be the best version of you every day, and stand up for who you are. Yes. And find who you are, find that message. So I help people with their messaging and, to craft it down to a nice succinct, and then to expand it into a speech or to a keynote or whatever. But you do the same into another way. You help women craft who they are and what they stand for, so they are their brand.
Yes. So they're living their brand. Here I am. Here's my brand. And it was during that time when I was trying to figure out who I was becoming, that I wrote the Common Threads trilogy based on the 100 interviews I had done for Empowering Women Radio. And I was seeking, and I knew that other women were seeking as well. They wanted to find out how they could find inspiration, empowerment, balance, abundance in their own lives. And I went at those interviews, great guns, like trying to figure out, how in the heck did you do this? And how can I do it too? And now people look to people like us, Michelle, and say, how did you do this? And how could I do it too? So we're both creating these incredible, empowerment empires that are helping women around the world. It's so beautiful to be on your show, to be able to share in this.
Well, I thought it'd be wonderful to combine our forces. and you met Apple on behind the scenes. She's one of the founders of TNC, and she has a tribe that I also want to connect you into. So
wonderful.
Well,
I love it.
Well, we have a lot of comments popping up on the side, and Helene says, "Oh, purple." Helene likes purple, and I wore my purple shirt today for her. And then we've got Regina saying hi. Yes, and Helene says,
Hello,
"Dr. Shellie, hello." And we've got Cara Peters, who said, hello, both of you powerhouses. And Deshaun, he was one of the speakers also. Oh, Cara, she's writing an article about me right now.
Wonderful. Yes. For Inspiring Lives Magazine. Fantastic. I cannot wait to read that. You have such a powerful story. I mean, you are a dynamic speaker, Michelle, and you just really, you took us on an emotional roller coaster ride when you did your speeches. So I'm just so delighted to be a part of this.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, really, it's what you teach. I do the same thing. You share who you are, be authentic, and you let it out. And that's what I did. This is me. So my brand is bright colors and these teeth.
I love it.
Because I've asked people, what do you remember about me when I was building what my brand was, trying to figure out who I was, and what do people see? Because we want to do what we want to do, but what is the audience picking up? And the audience is like, well, when I think of you, I think of your incredible smile. They say the smile, and bright colors, and then curls on my head, and I'm like, oh,
love it.
So if you look at my logo, it's a cartoon of just big curls and teeth.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, and branding, it shifts, but it, at the heart of it, at the root of it, it often remains the same. So mental shift, what type of mental shifts? Oh, I love it. What type of mental shifts do you take people through on your show, Michelle?
Well, I don't take them through them. They come and share what theirs were. So I've had people on from a pastor who came on, and she, on the air, I asked her what her mental shift was. And it was, I was the first Black woman propulsion engineer at NASA when the Challenger blew up. And I'm like,
oh wow. Yes.
Okay, because I had brought her in about her publishing and everything else. I brought her in for a whole nother reason. And when I asked her for her mental shift, she dropped that bomb. I'm like, okay, stop. We're not talking about publishing anymore. Let's talk about that mental shift, because that's what happens on mental shift. People share parts of themselves that are raw, and sharing that with the audience helps the audience realize we're all human, no matter what level we are at, no matter what, how far down the path of life we're on. We're all on different mile markers, but we all experience something that just threw us for a loop and made us realize what life really is about, or what our purpose truly is. And that's what mental shift is about. Is we're talking to people from around the world right now. And I want them to realize that though sometimes we feel like we're in our own head, in our own world, and it's all happening just to us, that it's not. There's a lot of us out there sharing the same struggle still. It doesn't matter what level we're at. Some of us, we're still doing, should I be doing that? I need someone to catch my back. And that's why I've been talking to you, and we're going to eventually be doing something together, because I need someone to catch my back. Right?
Well, I got your back already, Michelle. I feel very in tune with you. And it's amazing that you told that story about the Challenger, because I remember being on television, on my television show, talking to Don Diaz, who runs the Milagros Day Worldwide to help women and children that have gone through domestic violence type of situations. And I was interviewing her about that on my television show. And we talked about a sort of a shift in her life. And she was a chief in the NYPD during 9/11. So she went through that whole experience, and I was just like mind blown. It was the same similar type of, oh my God, like how did we come from this to this? When so many people have those obstacle stories, those hero journeys that they've been through, and they need to be told because they're so powerful.
Exactly. And that's why I love this. I love doing mental shift, and I love meeting people like you, and I love meeting powerful humans who are willing to share their heart with the world so that everyone can learn from it. Think about our past. We were all, as humans and cavemen or whatever we were doing, we shared stories from generation to generation to generation. And a lot of our learning comes from storytelling. And I know you're very close to your father, and I was really, really close to my grandfather and my uncles and things like that. So we heard the stories, and my grandmother, those kind of things. But there's a lot of people out there who don't hear those stories from the people from before them, and then they get lost in their present because they don't know their past. And so I'm a big believer in learning from the past, even your own personal past, in order to make it through your future, for your present into your future. Now, I want to share more about you because we're getting lost in us and me. And I would love to share your website because I know you are doing so many things. And I know you've got your one-on-one. Wait, first of all, let's do this. I want to share the picture of Dr. Shellie and I at the contest because we kept hugging each other.
We did. I was so loving on you.
If we can share that picture, because I just love that picture. And I'm like, okay, woman, you're not leaving me. I'm going to hold on to you for a bit. But it's at dinner after they announced the winners.
Oh.
And what I thought was funny is we were always wearing opposite colors.
Yes. Totally. But there was just it was such an amazing instant connection with us because we both are storytellers. We're both singers. We're both speakers. We both have these incredible platforms, and we just needed to be in each other's lives. It was so predestined that we came together. It was so beautiful.
And Aaron Bear just said, I took that picture. Yes, she did. I brought my mentee with me to Orlando, and yes, she took that picture. And then the next thing I'd like to share is your book. I'd like to talk more about your 13th book. 13. This woman has 13 books, and this one is called Ball Gowns to Yoga Pants: Entrepreneurial Secrets for Creating Your Dream Business and Brand. That's a beautiful cover too, by the way.
Thank you. It actually went through multiple iterations to get to that cover. I have, like you said, 13 covers of different books. And originally I was going to go with the traditional face on the cover, but I wanted everyone to see themselves either in the ball gowns or the yoga pants. And I think just about every woman can identify with at least one of those sides, if not both of those sides of being a woman.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I prefer the ball gown side, but yes, I can rock some yoga pants.
I love it.
They can find all of your books on your website?
Yes, absolutely. Or Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, all those places have my books. But I'm delighted that, it went international bestseller and won multiple awards. I love being able to talk to the heart of entrepreneurs because, as you know, I was a teacher for many years and then a professor for a decade. So I love to be able to impart knowledge to people that are out there that need that little mental shift.
Heck yeah, we all do. I mean, no matter where we are, we all need a nudge every once in a while. And that's why it's so important to have a tribe. And that's the other thing about you is you have a tribe, and it's the nonprofit, the Global Sisterhood, and the company Inspiring Lives International.
Yes,
right?
Yes, absolutely. So the Global Sisterhood has just been an incredible blessing for thousands and thousands of women and children around the world. We have joined forces with multiple charity partnerships, and we also do what we call hashtag pop-up giving. And that is where women come to us, come to myself and then to the board with different things that they need, whether that be from our entrepreneurial school in Tanzania, that they've needed everything from sewing machines to create garments to be sold in America and then the funds to be brought back to Tanzania. Or there was a woman in Pittsburgh who was homeless, and I got a call one day from an organization called Mission from Mars, and they said, there's a woman that's homeless and she slipped and fell on the ice. And I said, that doesn't sound good. But then when they told me that the woman who was homeless, who slipped and fell on the ice, was also 8.5 months pregnant, that's when my heart was like, oh my God, what can we do? How are we going to do this hashtag pop-up giving? We have to help. And so we banded together. I got everybody together and we got her into the local hospital here. We got her set up with a situation for after the hospital. And we threw a huge baby shower because that's what sisters do. And with the Global Sisterhood, so we threw a baby shower, got her everything that she would need once she was able to transition out of the shelter to be able to take care of her beautiful baby girl.
Oh, that's fantastic. And see, that's what tribes do. That's what sister tribes do. And I would love that you were able to share that. And if they want to learn, if our audience wants to learn more about that, they can just go to your website.
They can go to my website at shelliehipsky.com, or they can go directly to globalsisterhoodonline.org. That would also be another place that they could find it. But they can always find everything through shelliehipsky.com.
Yeah, you got the one-stop shop kind of thing going
Absolutely.
on. And yes, I want to say two things to you.
Yes, love.
You ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
I want a signed copy of your book, and so does Aaron.
Awesome. Excellent. I would love that. I would love that. And I just got a signed copy of your latest book, the 13 Riches book. I have that. Yes, I did.
I'll say book 4 and 5 are about to come out really, really quick too. That's
awesome.
Things come out fast, don't they, when you start writing?
Absolutely. Well, I think when you're very passionate about something and it's on your heart, it just starts to flow out of you. I say, some people are like, how do you write it 13 books and hundreds of articles? And I'm like, how can I not? Like, I've got stuff on my heart that I have to share with the world. How can I stop that? So exactly. I don't.
I exactly. I feel the same way. It's like I'm always writing. I'm always writing. That's how my brain processes through things. And I'm like, well, that would be a book. Well, this should be a book. I'm like, I have 15,000 mini books. It's like I need to wait. I need to just gather them and wait.
Now, absolutely. Divine timing. I believe in it.
Other thing I heard you say is 50 by 50. You want to explain that?
You're giving my secrets away.
I am.
So I am a very hyper goal-oriented woman. Like when I decided that I was going to get my doctorate by 30, and everybody said, that's insane. You can't do it. And I said, watch me. Exactly. And I actually did. The school that I wanted to do it at was 5 hours away to be in the cohort to get me done by 30. So I drove for 3 years back and forth just to get it by that deadline. And then I wanted tenure at the university by 40. And everybody's like, that's insane. You're a woman. It's not going to, I mean, this is the ivory tower of academia. They were like, you're a woman and it's just going to be really hard for you to get there. So you probably shouldn't count on that dream. And I was like, I'm doing it by 40 and I got it by 40. Woohoo. And then I just set this crazy goal because my assistant Annie is fantastic. And she was like, Dr. Shellie, you have to do 50 magazines by the time you turn 50. So that's my next goal. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm hoping I get there.
So one magazine a year?
A magazine a year?
That's my son.
I heard your son.
We're on international television.
Hi.
Okay, thank you. I love you.
Hi.
Can you say hi? Okay, this is Jacob.
Hi, I'm now on TV.
That was my little man, and he has had mommy be on television and podcasts and workshops all day. So we got to see him.
Yay! Well, and the thing is this is real life. It's what we do. We're mothers and we're entrepreneurs. We do it. It's
we
who
do.
we are. So it's like,
do it all.
Yeah, we don't need to hide the background. No, this is who we are. And so
absolutely. I remember when he was really little and I had like 1,000 people on a webinar and it was all audio and he had a major temper tantrum.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. You wouldn't, honey.
Yeah, you were too young. But the other thing about you with the 50 and 50, I was giggling because my husband just told me, I think he said I'm on 30 something magazines. I'm like, I am? I haven't tracked it. I haven't been tracking it.
We can do it together.
But I'm already past 50, so too late for me. I'll have to do that, 50 by 55 or something like that.
There we go.
Now, the other thing about that is you dropped a little snippet that you like to sing too.
I do.
My audience is used to me singing on every show.
They are?
I don't sing the whole song. I just kind of break out into something and then stop. And so I thought we could do a quick little all jazz kind of thing. You want to do something real quick?
Do it.
Just
come on, babe.
Do it.
Why don't we paint the town? Boom, boom, boom. And all that jazz, rude money, these are all my stocking down. And all that jazz. Start the car, no, a bit's fine. Well, the gin is cold and the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And all that jazz.
Okay, you got your singing in, people. We did it.
Yay! Too fun.
Oh, Erin's 60 by 60 is what she just wrote.
There you go. There you go. You got this.
What's amazing about this is, and that's why I loved your energy, is that we're very powerhouse women. We're very, I can't, watch me. Okay, I'll do it anyways. And whenever someone tells me no, you can almost guarantee you that's where I'm going.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So my husband has learned to not tell me no. He just says, yes, dear.
That's a very smart husband.
Very smart. Oh, yes, they have powerful, badass women. And, oh, I can sing too, Helene. Yes, you can. And Cara says, girls just want to have fun. Yes, we do. And my husband just wrote, yes, dear.
I love it. I love it.
But there's so much I want to share about you. So when we come back from our commercial, well, we have like 3 more minutes, but I would like to get more into your Empowering You Masterclass and what's in that. And, when you do, what you do.
Totally worth it. Real life.
Real life. I'm surprised my dog hasn't started barking.
Oh my goodness.
And he looks at me like, what? Yes, Erin, never tell a woman on a mission no, because she will do it and do it even better than before the no.
Yes.
Exactly.
So true.
And really, I came from a very male-dominated world in the engineering field. And then I went into, got married, went around the world, but then ended up being in more male-oriented, so like auctioneering and then politics. And the speaker world is very male-dominated. And so it's like women, it's not like we're trying to shut all the men out. We really aren't. It's just that there's so much that women have been kind of pushed down on and told what we can and cannot do. And those of us who have said, yeah, thanks for your advice, but go away, we need to help guide all the other women who have bought into that. And that's what sisterhoods are for. So if those of you men out there who are listening, doing, well, they keep talking about sisterhood. It's not against you. It's to help the people, the women who have fallen for we're one step back. To make them pull that veil off and realize they can do it. It's all in them. And they just need to remember who they are. And that's what sisterhood is about. Sisters joining arms to say, come on, I got you. I'll pull you out of the mud. Yes, if you're having a heck of a time, I've been there too. Let's do this. And it's about joining arms and walking forward together, not to step on men, but to pull us out of the I can'ts.
Yes. And we both have amazing husbands that are very caring and are come by our sides and say, you can do this. I have a wonderful man that I married, and he's fantastic. And he supports me endlessly. And I have wonderful male friends too. And to be honest, all of them are very delighted by the sisterhood and happy that we're able to support each other and lift each other up, because they get it.
Yeah, they get, well, the ones who are in our world will probably get it because they're around us and they realize we're not man bashing. We love the men in our worlds.
Yes.
Oh, my business partner is a male. Hi, Brian Swanson. I'm pretty sure you're watching somewhere. But he does my podcast with me, Denim and Pearls. And then my husband and I have been together since we were 14. So, and then all my really close friends are all men. And I don't understand where that came from, but I draw men as my friends, but my audience is women.
Well, one of my dearest mentors in the world, God rest his soul, up in heaven, Dr. Henderson is, he was a male, but wow, did he ever he just got it. He saw what I was capable of, and he was always amazed by it and was like, let's show everyone, because we need this energy. We need this spirit out there. So they're good people of all genders.
Yes. And I honestly, my three major mentors were my grandmother.
Yes.
The book I wrote and my TEDx was about my mother-in-law, Mras. And then in college, when my life blew up, my mentor was my boss. She was president of a credit union, Joan Dixon. And so they've all passed, but they've all instilled something into me that I've ingrained into my life. And it's almost that whole, what did I just forget? I just met the woman who wrote Women Who Run with Wolves. I just forgot her name. Oh, well, she's pretty awesome too. She guided me through her books. Now, I forgot. You know what I need to do?
What?
We need to go to commercial. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about your Empowering You Masterclass. Okay.
I'd love that. Thank you.
Everyone stand by and share this live stream. We'll be right back with Dr. Shellie in just a moment. TNC is a live stream platform on online shows for people on the go, and we invite you to watch all of our shows as seen on this screen. We aim to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging and authentic and original content. Our mission is to become the community where passionate people accept each other, share inspiration, and promote positive transformation. Our vision is to be a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Philippine talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Now, of course, don't forget to always watch and support what you're watching right now, Mental Shift. We are here to talk about our experiences and encourage each other to be unapologetic about who we are. My show is every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and Wednesdays at 10:30 in the morning, Manila time. So if you miss an episode, you can always go back and watch a replay. Now, if you would like to have your own show or you would like to sponsor my show, please contact our channel through the private messaging on Facebook. For more upcoming shows, follow the hashtag TNCNow on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms, and enjoy our life-changing shows because we made them for you, to help you find and be the best version of you. And welcome back. My name is Michelle Mras, and you are watching Mental Shift. And tonight, my guest is Dr. Shellie Hipsky, and I met her at the Ultimate Speaker Competition, and she is just a hoot, hoot, hoot. And she can sing, and she's a power speaker, and she's got all these great things that she does. And I'd like to welcome her back on to learn more about what she has to offer, because I went and joined one of her trainings today and listened in, and she has an Empower You Masterclass. She's a cool lady. Bring her back on. Let's talk to Dr. Shellie. Hello there.
Hello there. How are you doing? I'm loving Broadway. What was that, love?
I said you have a love for Broadway like I do.
I do. And I grew up in the theater. So my mother ran a theater when I was 4 years old. So they needed a kid actor. They'd put me out there. I was the kid. And then now I get to go on stages in front of thousands of people and entertain them and talk. And it's like talking in my living room. I absolutely love it.
I did not grow up in that world. I grew up on a small island in the Philippines, I performed for my family. So as a Filipino, that's what we kind of do.
Awesome.
As soon as you can hold a microphone, you're singing karaoke or something, and that's really where I got it from was, Michelle, sing.
Awesome. No, I loved watching you sing on stage the other day. It was amazing to watch you sing. And we definitely have that love for the theater and the theatrical arts and just, becoming a character. But Jake.
Speaking of characters.
Speaking of characters, my son is quite the character. We all go through our journeys. Jacob is actually going through a journey of being tested to be on the autism spectrum, and he sometimes has some boundary issues. So it's a little tricky when it comes to being on camera all the time and having him be home. He wants to be a part of everything. So
of course he does. You're mama.
I am mama, indeed, absolutely.
Well, share us with your Empowering You Masterclass and that world-class VIP one-on-one coaching that you do. I'd love to learn more, not just for my audience, but personally. I want to know more.
Absolutely. So I have had 4 cohorts of the Empower You Masterclass. It's a group of incredible powerhouse women that come together, and we have a 7-week proven curriculum that we put up, and we work through everything weekly together for the 7 weeks and really dive into that whole concept of how do we find inspiration, empowerment, balance, abundance, and really brand ourselves as that person that the world wants to buy from, become clients of, and interact with and form relationships with. So it's a beautiful, all those different pieces of the puzzle have become separate, amazing communities, and therein they have met. So it's just been amazing. So I have different levels of courses. I'm a teacher at heart, have been teaching for many, many years. And once I was able to take my my business acumen and my branding acumen, those type of things, that curriculum, and put it together for women so that they could be their best selves and show the world. It's just exploded. It's been such a joy to watch businesses be created, nonprofits be created, and women to come together and be able to utilize the teachings that I've done and put online and go out there and make a difference in their own lives.
Go do. Yes.
Yeah.
Application. Yes. And you're a teacher. I'm an examiner.
There you go.
I'm a quality examiner. So it's
Yeah.
I've got a lot of engineering and math behind me. So one of the people who jumped on and said hi is Rich Scher.
Yeah.
He's one of the men in my life who helped me realize how much I love the stage. I knew it as a kid, but I didn't realize as an adult. I went into bookworm mode, study mode, and I became a quality examiner because I like details and I like to pick things apart, that kind of thing. And one day I'm working on stage with him as an auctioneering, and he goes, "Here, take the mic, close out the auction." And I started talking on the mic, and I went, "I like this."
Hey.
I forgot that I like the mic and the stage, I'm like, and so I blame him for waking up the me that loves stage. And I'm pretty sure he's proud of that one because.
Well, you may blame him, but I thank him because I love that side of you.
I love this side of me. I was suppressing this side of me until I hit about 46. I'm like, okay, I need this. This is what feeds me. And so this is what you and I both share with our tribes, with our sisterhoods and our tribes, because some of my tribes are full of men too. So is to find what you love.
Yes.
Feed it. And, for those of you who are like, well, I've got an education in this and I've got to stay here. No, you don't. You can take what you love about that education and transform it into the thing you really, really love to do. Put them together. That's what makes you so unique. It's what will make you shine. So Dr. Shellie here, she's got her degree. She's a teacher. She does all this, but her passion is also with lightening up people, brightening up their world so that they can see who they are.
Yes.
She's combined what she loves to do and then education and married them so that they are her. Just like I've done. I am me, right?
You are you and I am me, and we are fabulous.
It's weird to I don't know. It's almost like you're almost a mirror to me right now is what's cracking me up, because I was wearing that exact red shirt earlier today.
There are a lot of similarities. So do you want to tell your audience what we thought we should do someday?
Yes. We hinted to it already.
What do you think? I think it's a good idea.
Okay, audience, do you have any idea what we're thinking about doing something later? Maybe next year, start doing something. If you have any clue, Aaron, you're not allowed to say anything.
I love it.
No, Aaron, you weren't allowed to say anything.
Did she say it? Did she say it?
About Broadway? Yes.
Can't you just imagine the two of us with our energy and our voices? We would just, ooh.
Our voices, our inspiration, our stories, our height.
Right?
We'd be like salt and pepper, yin and yang. But I think we do very, very well. Oh, you don't have to delete it. We already said it. You
it's
saved
all good. It's all good.
Because that's why we went, come on, babe, why don't we paint the town?
And all that jazz.
So we'll see what happens next year, what Dr. Shellie and I create together, because we could serve a whole nother audience at a whole nother level, reaching them in a place they wouldn't expect it.
I'd love that. I would really love that. And I think, Broadway's been closed for a long time, and I think that they're ready for something new, something sassy, little something.
And for those of you who are watching and who know either one of us or both of us, sass is what we can bring. Attitude.
We sure can. We got a lot of sass and a lot of class.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just cracking up because you're the diamonds and I'm the pearls. I'm like, but
I just love it.
sass in class. That's what Aaron says. Sass in class.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh no, Helene, stay at home if they get on Broadway. No, you can watch us.
Yes.
Stay at home. You can watch us from here. We could do a Broadway show online.
we could do it all here. I mean, we're belters. We can belt around the world from the Philippines to Pittsburgh. Here we go.
And Cholita says, watching from Tarlac. Thank you for watching.
Wonderful.
And joining us. For those of you who are watching right now, please share the live stream because, yeah, it's kind of fun to join live streams and talk to the people who are on the screen. And it's so fun for us to be able to answer you while you're on screen with us. And if you're watching the replay, share it because, you know, everyone needs inspiration and everyone needs a little bit of laughter and to hear a Broadway song about at the 20-minute mark of this video. What else was I going to get to? What do you want to share that I have not bugged you about yet?
Oh, well, I do have a new course, the expert level with Dr. Shellie. So we're getting people all the way up to become the experts on branding and social media, becoming an international best-selling author and marketing. So all of those things are embedded into my brand new expert level course. I just announced it today with the training that you popped in on. So I would love for them to check that out as it becomes available. So I'm excited to be able to see all these different brands and people really come into their own and be able to shine a spotlight on them and just make everybody, you know, like the household names that you deserve to be so that people know who you are and they want to come to you. The right clients, the right customers, the right people get attracted into your sphere of influence.
Exactly. I speak about that often about, you know, people wonder, how come I keep drawing these kind of people to me? Because you're not you.
Yeah.
You need to be you. Show up as you, and the people who connect to the you will connect with you. What's happening is you're pretending to be someone else. You're mirroring someone else, and you're drawing the wrong group to you. Yes. And then you don't click. So be the best version of you. And Dr. Shellie helps with that. Find who you are, your brand, and go out there and be that version of you so that you draw that business, the people that love you, who want to be in your sphere, and then expand. Because that's the whole thing about the world. Someone in the world is waiting for your voice and only your voice. If you've ever gone to any inspirational or anything like that, there's a lot of people saying the same thing. And you're like, they're all saying the same thing. But one day you're going to hear someone say that exact same line and you're going to do, oh, I've been waiting for that all my life. Yeah. So we need more of you to step into who you are because the world needs you. Yeah, it may not be your voice. Yeah, it could be a paintbrush. It could be a pen. It could be raising a child that becomes someone else. That's something else that happens. You don't know what the domino effect is. And that's why we always say, be the best version of you. And I say, best version of you, unapologetically.
I love it. I love it. And what you are bringing to this world, Michelle, is just, it's unstoppable. It's unbeatable. And you are really helping people live unapologetically. And that's such a beautiful thing because we don't need to apologize. We need to put our best foot forward and just show the world who we are because everyone out there has a gift and we won't know what it is until you help us unwrap it. So please let us see.
Yes, you're all a present. Get it? You're all present.
Love it.
Oh, that was a terrible joke, but you know, it came out. I couldn't stop it.
I understand. I understand. Love a good pun. Fantastic.
Well, it's just so beautiful to unwrap that present and then see that person do. That's me. Yes. That's what I've always wanted. And it's to see that light shine and do. Wait a minute, I've been bearing this all this time. Yes, absolutely. And I've been seeing it in you, but I can't tell you. I need you to figure it out so that you own it.
Yes. Right? Yes, totally. I mean, own who you are, own all the beautiful parts and all the raw parts that you maybe don't let people see, because those are the parts that people will see and then say, oh my gosh, she's been through this too. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. And she got to the other side and now she's X, Y, and Z. I got to keep going. I can do this. And then you rise above together. It's so beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful. And I know a lot of people do. Oh, I couldn't share that in public. That's okay.
Right.
But
Yes.
share your heart. Share your heart. Some of us are, can go out there. It's part of our gift to share those kind of stories. I mean, I pretty much rip my heart out, throw it on the stage, and then pick it back up again and shove it back in, Oh, Colette says hi too. Colette was up here.
Excellent. Hello.
Yes, and Aaron, Colette was at the Ultimate Speaker also. And
Excellent.
then Aaron, Helene says, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Helene, for joining us today. And Aaron says, write a book, then you're an open book, and then you can live fully.
I love that. That Erin, she is full of the one-liners tonight. She did a great job in my training, and she's doing this. Like she's something else. And I know you've been mentoring her for quite some time.
I brought her under my wing. I'm like, girl, come with me.
Yes.
I'll drag you if I have to.
Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Show your face and say hi for real.
Okay.
Come say hi for real.
I can't sit down on the chair because she's on it. So
Okay.
Hello, you have lovely dimples.
Hello.
That is Miss Michelle.
Hello. I would like to ask you one question.
He's going to interview you.
Yes, sir.
What would you say would be the best and worst thing that happened to you during COVID?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a good question. The best thing that happened to me was that we were all locked in house. My children came home and I was able to spend time with my daughter and my son because they're both college bound. They all left. And so they all flew, and to have them all home again, that was the best. The worst thing that happened to me was that when COVID kind of lifted, they left me.
Oh,
that
sucks. She loves her.
I love my babies. So it was really nice to be able to sit around and play puzzles again and sing and watch bad movies together. Like we used to.
Okay, same question to you, Mom.
Okay, now he's turning it over to me. Okay, so the best and the worst. So the best for me was watching you, Jacob. We can get in here. The best was that Jacob got to do school from home.
I'm sitting on the floor.
Here, sit up a little bit so you can get a
Yeah, we have to see your face.
Okay, so well, this is real life and a half. Okay, I'm so sorry. The people at the new channel are probably like, oh no. Okay, so the best thing was that Jacob did fantastic with schooling from home. I was very proud of him. And the worst thing, what was the worst thing?
I don't know. It's in your opinion, not mine.
That is my opinion. So the worst thing I think was it was hard for me as an extrovert to not be around a lot lot of people. I tend to get my energy
around two people
that
should be enough.
And as Jacob said, I was around two people. So I had my kids, and my husband is a cardiologist, Michelle. So he was he couldn't come home. So he literally for almost 9 months he wasn't able to come home. So it was me and the kids for 9 months of COVID. I was their teacher. I was their chef.
You're the cook, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Terrible job.
With me, Dr. Shellie, I have to say that was probably the hardest thing for me too, because my husband is very intelligent, works military secret stuff, and so he doesn't talk.
Well, have a nice day.
Oh,
thank you. Nice meeting you. But he didn't talk. And so that's how I started Denim and Pearls with my neighbor, because I was watching him build his yard. And I knew he ran a lot of networking groups here in Colorado. So I wrote him on Facebook and said, what are you doing? He is working on my yard. I said, what are you doing after that? He is drinking a beer. I do. Can I come over and talk? You haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen anybody. I don't have COVID and you don't have COVID. That was the worst part. I had to go see him because I needed someone to talk to.
Yes, yes. No, you need that people interaction. It's important for us, especially the extreme extroverts like us. So I'm glad that we're finally able to get back together, and I'm glad that there's shows like this where we can, live stream into people's homes and kind of be there for each other, even if we can't do the hugs.
Well, and that's what TNC started. TNC was started because the Philippines locked down and they were trying to get positivity out into the world in the Philippines. And so they were doing this, and then it just started expanding, and they invited me on. So
here we are.
It started because of COVID. It was making a positive out of a negative situation. And then, Helene says that your son asked great questions to both of us, and she's proud of him. And Cara says he has journalist in him. Yes, he does.
He does. I think he must. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cara's a wonderful journalist, and I think she spotted that in my dear son. And thank you for letting him come on. I know. I mean, there was no stopping it, but
But of course, it's real life.
Happen. It is. It is real life. And as mompreneurs, we just kind of got to roll with the punches, and it was lovely to be able to have him on here. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm glad he was able to come on and ask us a really deep question.
He did indeed. Absolutely.
Now, any major thought that you feel pressed to share that we didn't cover?
Ooh, any major thought?
We only have 3 minutes. We are already up to our hour.
Okay. Well, then I think that people just need to, search their soul and look at their overall vision for how they want their life to be, and then let us in. Show the world. Maybe you start a TNC show. Maybe you write a book. Maybe you get on stage with Michelle. Maybe whatever it is, whatever way you want to show up, do it. Show up and show out. And I would love to help lead you through the expert level with Dr. Shellie, or however I can be of service to you. I am here. And I always end with a certain tagline, Michelle. I always say on all of my television shows and everything, I always say, and remember, inspiration is just a story away.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I need a better tagline, because I always say, stop apologizing for what you're not. Embrace who you are today and live every day as your best self, unapologetically.
That's perfect.
So for those of you who are watching and who are watching live or replay, if you're looking for something, or if you're looking to grow your brand or to find what your message is, you can reach out to me, but definitely reach out to Dr. Shellie Hipsky here. Her website is, where's her website? ShellieHipsky.com. And look her up, because she can help guide you. She's got a huge group that you can join and learn from. She's got live streaming trainings. Reach out to Dr. Shellie Hipsky. And if you're too shy to do that, find one of her books. She's got 13 of them.
Pretty easy to find them.
Not to say, and there's not a lot of Hipskys out there, so you can surely find her.
Absolutely. And it's spelled hip sky phonetically. So
Hip sky. Okay. And I would say my last name is Mr. As. Mr. As. Mras.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, she probably does have a purple root beer for you, Helene, because I have the purple shirt and I have a purple pen.
Love it.
Well, and I love all your magazine covers behind you. Dr. Shellie, I am so blessed that you joined me tonight and that you have come into my world. And I love and look forward to learning more about you. And in the coming years, as we will grow together, because I think we're going to get to know each other more. And
it's
exciting.
It is. It's a blessing.
And if we play this card right, we'll be on Broadway together. Broadway will open and we'll be on it. Okay.
Fabulous. Love it.
Okay. So everyone out there, thank you so much for watching us and joining me and Dr. Shellie Hipsky for our evening of song and talk and uplift and just all around just fun.
And all that jazz, honey.
All that jazz. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us for All That Jazz. Remember that Mental Shift, this show, shows every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time and every Wednesday morning at 9:30 a.m. in Manila, the Philippines. So if you're ever interested in watching, catch us live on Tuesday nights or Wednesday morning, depending on where you are, or watch the replays because there are hundreds of shows that you can learn from and grow from, not just from Mental Shift, but from all the TNC shows that we have, because they're here to help you see the new you. And for all of us at Mental Shift and TNC, have a good evening and a wonderful day. We'll see you next week. My name is Michelle Mras, and thank you for joining me.